go ahead and lie on your mat on your back, get comfortable, and then we're going to go through a little progression. And so by now I hope we are able to engage that core in a way that's effective for us to get those inner core muscles firing. And so we're going to take that and build on it. So first we're going to work on some marches. And so as you inhale, I guess nothing on the inhale, then you're going to exhale. We're going to lift one knee up, through the lift and through the lower. So go ahead and inhale again. Exhale, lift and lower. Good. Go ahead again. Exhale, lift and lower. And again. Exhale, lift and lower. Good. Then we'll add on. So the next phase, we're going to actually bring both knees up, and you'll notice that that automatically turns your core on a little bit more. So you're going to keep those legs lifted. And so this time on the exhale, you're going to lower one foot down to tap the mat and then back up. So that will all happen on an exhale. So inhale in, exhale, tap, and all the way back up. And again on the other side. Exhale, tap, and bring it back up. So again, you're exhaling through the whole motion. Go ahead again, inhale in, exhale, lower, and again, other side. Good. Now with this, you'll notice that my knees are about at 90 degrees and your hips are about at 90 degrees. So a lot of times people will tend to kind of cheat out if we allow these knees to come below 90 degrees and to allow these hips to come more towards our chest. So it's going to be a lot easier, to tap here versus if we allow that the hips to go to that 90 degrees. That really makes you have to stabilize your core because that pelvis wants to kind of tip with you. So a lot of times when I'm working with clients, I'll see that as we let that kind of come down, that front hip bone will really want to shift. And so our goal with these is to keep the pelvis kind of as stable as we can, and we're just moving that ball and socket hip joint. We're not allowing that, the back to come up. We're not allowing a lot of motion in that pelvis. And so with this, we're really just working on stability here. And so there's lots of other more functional exercises to get that outer core engaged, but just for the purposes of kind of connecting to that core and really building up that inner core strength, I love this exercise. So the next progression, we're just going to bring arms straight up towards the ceiling, and you're going to do that same thing where we're exhaling through the range of motion. We'll do one more each side. Now with these, a lot of times it will take a week or two of practicing each stage before you're ready to move on to the next. But just for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you the next progression so that you can try it out on your own. And so we're going to keep those knees bent, but this time we're actually going to move the arms. And so the arm that's going to move is going to be the opposite of the leg that is going to move. So I'll go ahead and move my right leg first, like I have been. And so that means my left arm, is going to come back and then back up. And so with this, again, we're trying to keep that pelvis nice and stable. And then the ribs sometimes want to come up as we start moving those arms over the head. We kind of lose that stability through the core. So trying to keep the ribs and the hips in that same starting position. And it does not have to be your back pressed against the floor. We just don't want a lot of movement. So whatever position you're in, hopefully a more neutral position, we just want to stay there and not allow for a lot of arching or pressing in of the back. And so that's what we're going to do there, is just opposite arms and opposite legs. And so with that one, a lot of time that takes some extra coordination and strength and training. So it might be a while before you're actually able to get to that level. It's important that we're not compensating. It's easy to kind of go through the motions of that dead bug and just kind of throw your arms and your legs, but we want to make sure that we really have that stability and make sure that we're not getting any clicking or popping in the hips. And again, making sure that we're maintaining that neutral spine. throughout so that we're not getting a lot of excessive movement of those ribs or the pelvis.